How's it going? It's Friday night, and you know what that means. It's jerky night. You're going to have to deal with me having a little bit of a hoarse voice tonight. I've got a virus in my vocal cords. It's very odd, which I'm taking medicine for. They had to stick the camera up my nose and down my throat to take a look at it. So I'm a little hoarse, so I'll be talking a little less tonight. But it's jerky night. It's episode 12. It is self-isolation night 77. And tonight we're going to be making Fiesta Jerky. And the ingredients in tonight's marinade are 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of ground cumin. So as you can see, all of the ingredients are dry ingredients. So I'm going to be sort of sprinkling them into the meat rather than just dumping them in and trying to mix it. I don't want them just to stick to particular pieces, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get a good mixture of it. But it is a solid marinade tonight. I guess the Fiesta part comes from the chili powder and the ground cumin. Now, I'm not a really big fan of cumin. I'm pretty happy that it's only 1/4 teaspoon. Normally I would cut the cumin in half, but I think for the volume of meat we're going to have and the sparing use of it, I think we're going to be okay. So we're going to follow the instructions as they're given. And, let's do this. Now, I did get the last eye round roast that was at the grocery today, so I'm pretty happy about that. So let's get it cut up and we'll get ready to put it in our Snugtopia. Alright, well, let's get started. I'm going to try not to talk so much. I'm sure that will not break your hearts, maybe a few of you. But for the most part, I'm just going to try to just do my thing and not spend a whole lot of time talking. So on that note, let's get started cutting up the meat. Alright, the meat's all cut up. Let's go ahead and make the marinade and get it in the Snugtopia. I have my handy dandy Corningware bowl tonight. So let's go ahead and get it going. Alright, so with the Fiesta Jerky, of course, the recipe calls for what I mentioned earlier, but of course we have 2 pounds of meat, so we'll be doubling it. So we start out with 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of salt. Alright, 2/4 teaspoons of black pepper. Two tablespoons of chili powder. That's a lot of tablespoons. This might be nice and hot. 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. 2 teaspoons of onion powder, my favorite. Love it. Two 1/4 teaspoons of cumin. I'll make these light 1/4 teaspoons. Alright, there's our spice mixture. Let's go ahead and get the beef into the Snugtopia, and we'll sprinkle and we'll mix and continue repeating that until we feel like we've got a good mixture here. So let's get started on that. So let me stir the spices and then we'll we will sprinkle them over the meat while we mix. I'm going to do it with my hand. I think doing it this way, we get a proper coverage. No hot spots for the spices, and no cool spots either. Yeah, this feels like this is coming out really well. I got the last bit.
Perfect.
One more. There's a real fine powdery coating over the whole thing. Alright. I don't know that we would have got such a good coverage if we hadn't done it this way, so I'm glad we took the extra effort. Alright, let's get this in the Snugtopia. Certainly wouldn't have gotten that mixture in a smaller bowl, that's for sure. Alright, we have it in the Snugtopia. I'm going to go wash my hands. We will put the vacuum seal on this, and then we will be prepared to put this in the fridge and do our thing tomorrow. This never gets old. Alright, got a good seal. I think this is going to be a good batch. I think the spices are all those that I like. I'm just interested to see how it comes out with a dry mixture this time, but we'll certainly know tomorrow. So we'll see you then. How's it going? It's Saturday. It's Jerky Day. And we're going to get this rolling. My voice is feeling much better today after a couple of days of the medicine. I got a few days left to go, but I'm already feeling the difference and it feels pretty good. So I'm talking a little quietly because a lot of folks are still sleeping in this house. Not me, but I got too much to do. Alright, but we're going to go ahead and start putting this meat on and get it going, and then we can move on to our next project. Alright, here we go. Wow, that is pungent. And look at this. You can see how the spices have all just crystallized all over the meat. This is going to be amazing. Alright, so there you have it. We did end up with more capacity than we have for our dehydrator, but what we'll do is typically as we cycle these through we'll end up with an empty tray, and we'll load that one up and cycle it in. So we're going to end up with 6 trays worth. Pretty excited. I think this is going to be a good batch. Let's go ahead and crank this up and see what happens. Alright, it's been a couple hours. I think we're ready to go ahead and give these trays a rotate. So let's go ahead and do that now and see where we stand here. It smells great. The whole house smells like this. Oh yeah, looks like these are coming along really nicely towards the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and give these about an hour. Oh yeah. Very, very close. So I think the fact that we started out with a dry marinade makes these a lot easier to finish off. So let's go ahead and run these for another hour, and I think we'll be ready to give them a try. Alright, it's been another hour. Let's go ahead and take a shot at some of these. I think we can pull these off. We'll need to rotate the extra bit of meat in on a newly emptied tray. We can get that started. So let's go ahead and see what we think. Looks nicely done. Alright, here we go. Fiesta Jerky. It tastes like a taco. It tastes just like a taco. That is amazing. I thought it was going to be spicy. It's really not. The cumin you can taste enough to where it gives it that taco taste. I swear to God, I felt like I just ate a taco. I don't know how you get much better than that. But anyway, I guess that's it. We're going to go ahead and get as much of this off as we can and get the rest of the batch in there. But this is pretty good. Not the best I've had, but pretty close. All right, well, there you go. We'll see you for the next episode. I think the next episode is Oriental Jerky. So we're looking forward to that as well. But in the meantime, we're going to enjoy these. All right, we'll see you later.